Okay, this is exactly why men cannot trust women anymore. It's kind of insane to think about. I hate the fact that I even have to make this, but here we go.
Before that a law making mandatory DNA testing at birth is a terrible idea, but men decided they wanted to argue with me, so I'm going to readdress the issue. Mandatory paternity testing at birth is a terrible idea. If you choose to get a paternity test at birth, that's on you. I truly do not care. Mandatory is the key word here. Mandatory DNA testing would mean that every child born into the United States, plus both of their parents, would need to be tested at birth. You're not seeing why that's a bad idea? One, that's going to lead to the government storing our genetic data. They're not going to take every single American's genetic.
I do have a problem with the government getting everyone's genetic data. Yes.
Info.
But if you've ever had a blood test, they've probably already got it anyway. If you've ever had a DNA test of any kind, drug screening with the swab, like, fair enough. But this is a lame duck excuse on why she is anti-mandatory DNA testing. Women cheat, period. A lot of them, not all of them. Obviously, all you faithful women out there, God bless you. But time and time again, someone has raised some other, men have raised other men's kids and not even known it. And it's a disgrace. And this would put an end to that. And she knows it.
Just throw it away. Two, imagine a man cheats on his wife, God forbid, with a teenager. What do you think he's going to do to her when he realizes she's pregnant and he has to do a DNA test? But we don't care about endangering women or children's lives, right? I know. And three.
That's the logic. He's not going to make her delete the child. He's going to leave her. See, that's where your mind goes. Let's see where she goes next.
Who's going to pay for it? Because the government sure isn't, and I'm not paying to get a DNA test because you too scared to ask your baby mama for a paternity test. The real solution here that a lot of people don't want to hear is to stop having sex with people you don't want to create a family with.
Just say you don't want women to have to be accountable for this and just call it a day. Why are we even talking about this?
I agree wholeheartedly, because this lady literally and clearly is trying to make an excuse, and in my opinion.
Lady, all you're trying to do is avoid accountability for the women. I do agree with your last point. People shouldn't have to people they don't want to have a baby with, which is true. But this is why we need the DNA test, because people are going to do that. And when it comes to women and having babies, they can lie about who that person is they did it with. That is the whole point of mandatory DNA test, because in most situations, these people are married
and they lie. That is the point.
They have no reason to believe their wife is out sleeping with somebody else. So it isn't about being scared. You just don't know. She even tried to say, what if a man who was married had a baby by another woman? And let's say the other woman was a teenager. What do you think he's going to do to her? Number one, you're talking about something that's not going to happen a lot. I'm talking about men sleeping with teenagers when they're married. That is a very small percentage of men doing that. And just to be clear, if that teenage girl went in there and said he's the father of the baby, he's going to be tested if it's mandatory or not, because she is basically accusing him of having with a minor. A mandatory DNA test just means they're going to test the man that she's claiming to be the father, the child, and the mother. That's it. They're not going to just go around testing random men. So if the woman never claims a man to be the father, he won't be tested. The only thing this is going to...
And it's going to prove that, some women are liars when they claim it and it's not true. Now, that's not to say that the man wasn't sleeping with the person. I won't even say it, but at the same time, it's going to prove a lot more that whether someone is or isn't disloyal, and that's a good thing, whether you want to believe it or not.
Prevent is the man who she claims to be the father from walking around believing that he is the biological father of that child. That's Absolutely. The only thing this is going to do. So you can miss me with that whole argument. And the whole government is going to steal our DNA thing is ridiculous. If you don't believe they have access to our DNA right now, you are out of your mind.
But they already have it.
Between hospital visits and all the blood work we get over the years, they already got everything they need, ma'am. So you can throw that out the window too. So let's just call it what it is. You don't want women to have to be accountable for their decision, and you're coming up with every way you you can to try to defend this. But I hate to tell you, ma'am, it is not working. It is just making me think that you've pulled this stunt before, or you know somebody who pulled this stunt before, and y'all don't want anybody stopping the infinite money glitch and this mental and emotional chokehold that y'all have had over men for hundreds of years.
Exactly. It makes me think she's already had some random man raise the neighbor's baby. And if that's not the case, then I apologize. I'm not trying to speak ill on it or anything along those lines. But that's what it does sound like. She's tried to get someone else, some other man, to play another man's save game. It's disgusting.